Nation, as always, starting us off means that it's going to be
chat. If you guys want to make a lot of money, listen to my predictions. So Alter Esports has team captain Z Cube. Okay. Let's see, who does PULSAR have? PULSAR has Tree Man.
To show just what they can do as we head into the draft. And wow, I think I'm getting deja vu again as we're looking at
yeah, PULSAR wins. You can't beat the tree. No, I think Alter wins this. I think Alter wins this. Maybe.
Go for the save here onto
Maybe. No, never mind. I think PULSAR wins this because team captain is playing for the vibes. I don't think he can play for the vibes.
The Elsa versus Elsa. So we did get to see Alter Esports rely very heavily on Whoops as Elsa to win them that Marvel Rivals Championship matches back when they played the previous season, and hooray! Alter Esports ban out the Vanguard Deadpool before PULSAR Esports can use the second lock slot and save it, and also target out the Daredevil as well.
Oh, does that mean they're gonna save the Daredevil? No, they can't save the Daredevil. The bottom team can.
What I want to point out is PULSAR banning Jeff exceptionally early.
Yeah, I don't understand this the Jeff ban so early, chat.
And now we're looking at teams looking at Loki, who snuck all the way through up to this point, and PULSAR have the opportunity to, if they want to take some keys from earlier, looking at potential Adam compositions, and if not, then just having some anti-dive with that region.
Okay, not gonna lie, I am really liking Alter Esports bans right now, bro.
Do you let maybe
banning Groot, banning Daredevil, banning Tank Deadpool, banning Gambit, bro. Come on, chat.
You typically see him play, but he is a very good Angela.
PULSAR banned
Tank
Deadpool and Gambit, but they let Elsa. I mean, both teams have Elsa.
Given that we see the next save slot going towards the Invisible Woman, which will prove to be problematic if Treeman does indeed flex to the Flyer.
Both teams end up getting the Loki, despite the fact only one side banned it out. But one team has the option for Loki Mantis. The other team has the option for Loki Groot. So there is actually flexibility on both sides. There's only one team banned each one. However, Elsa's secured on both sides immediately. It means we're going to have a lot of dueling. This is another map with some solid verticality. And you start to look at those front lines. You start to wonder who's going dive and who's going a little bit more sustaining.
I mean, it feels like Chabagoob's going to be Wolverine no matter what, right? Daredevil getting banned out. Alter Esports likely going to be fielding a dive of their own. And we saw earlier on in the previous series, Venom is very vulnerable to Wolverine getting grabbed when he goes for those hits. Because it looks like Alter Esports are going to be playing a split, very similar to PULSAR Esports,
How you doing, my friend?
actually.
Appreciate it.
But Treeman can be a lot more individual when it comes to going in and displacing Alter Esports players, so that both this Wolverine and Elsa can get more places.
Yeah, she's feeling much better. Thank you, Chica.
We'll see.
He says thank you for asking.
Locked in when the doors do open, but reminder that these two teams have yet.
Is it just a 24-hour bug?
Only day 2. It's very early doors, but
it wasn't really a bug.
An important win to try and
She's
get
feeling better.
In position to make your way out of those groups.
I do have a treadmill.
Playoffs for that chance at even more
but
prize money.
I do not want to. I don't. I feel like if I get a treadmill, I can't really give you guys. I can't react with you guys because I'm more focused on walking.
PULSAR Esports already going to be rotating underneath the point itself, so bunkering up. Which does mean that Alter Esports lose the opportunity to dive into them with the Captain America at early doors. Sapatic just trying to duel out as well, breaking
Trippy, a lot more even matchups. A lot more even matchups. Oh, this is what I like to see in my chat. One team is cheering on for PULSAR, and the other chat is also cheering for Alter. I like how it's not all just one cheer for one team. You guys are. I like when you guys are split and fighting amongst each others.
Juggled, came on in, got knocked up once, and then got pulled in by the Invisible Woman Doctor Strange team up, but was able to get away. Not so lucky for Lapsus as they're taken out.
Yes, I like seeing Civil War in my chat.
From Team Captain, who is now continuing to pile on some pressure into the backline, leaving all the opportunities.
Ooh, there you go. Alter Esports takes the first
with these dive compositions, and yeah, El Chabagoon
fight.
goes its doom, reset, jump off the map, rejoin your team.
Yeah, Ultra Esports, I mean, they had the Venom open. They could have opted for it, but Team Captain going for the Captain America actually far benefits the playstyle when PULSAR Esports try to bunker below the point, because as you said, it's a little bit more sustained. It's a lot brawlier up against both the strategists, and also you're not relying on swinging off of the walls to disengage. So if you get caught out by a ceiling, Captain America does not have any concerns. We are going to see Tree Man clash with Team Captain on the side lane.
Wait,
however,
Tree Man's not playing the tree.
It's a little bit safer for PULSAR
I feel
Esports
lied
to move
to.
out from choke and onto the actual point itself.
Pressure onto Loki in the backline, but they're very mobile, able to escape and regen domain. Was forced out though, and all this pressure forcing up the jump. Tree Man is doing a lot of work without burning almost any resource at this point. Immediately Lapsus is going to go for the internal boss, mirrored by Hatro. So both of them with the God of Mischief for the extra stain. Gartrox comes on out and sends Z-Cube and Hatro off the map.
Damn.
And goes down with them. That's going to be a 3 for 2 in favor of
There.
PULSAR.
Wait, that didn't make any sense. Why did the Wolverine jump off the map though?
To get their first percentage on the board.
I believe that was actually a sacrificial play from Chabagoop. Feral Lunge taking Hatro off of the map to deny the God of Mischief's eternal bond uptime, so that PULSAR Esports can finally find this point flip. Monarch's not going to have these angles.
Also,
to
that
build.
is very
Plus,
true.
this is
Tree Man is so good on the tree that they banned the tree.
Eliminations unless Ultra can force out the cooldown first. Freedom Charge allows Ultra Esports to break out onto the point itself, but Chabagoop comes on for the last stand, trying to take advantage of everyone playing inside the Captain America stripes.
Doesn't find anything though, meaning Ultra are able to push on in. Or a Proteus, but like you said, Regen Domain shuts it down. Team Captain though, with the team split from the Horde of Proteus, is able to fight.
Great vibes today. Hey, appreciate you being here, my friend.
On top. Regen Domain lost just
I've been having a lot of fun watching these games with you guys, bro.
It's going to be the pickups from Ultra. They
probably makes me feel. The reason why I'm probably feeling really good about doing these co-streams is because I'm not the one playing, getting horrible teammates and losing.
Give up the space and reset.
One more fight,
Elephant,
as well, given the fact that Ultra Esports are going to
it's
hold
like, have you guys,
bro,
I don't know, man. I feel like watching people play
eternal bond so that Exo can have invisible
is
boundary
better because you guys are watching me. Like, when I have horrible teammates, you guys are probably like, haha, I'm glad I'm not playing. Or when I'm playing and doing really well, you guys are like, holy shit, I want to play. And then when you do start playing, and you guys are going to be like, wow, I'm having horrible games. Maybe I shouldn't have played. Oh, that's a big ult.
See you later, and nails it again.
He only got one?
Takes out Kizaru and continues to pile pressure onto the front line. Anyone who tries to step onto the point sends them both up into the back. Gets caught on one themselves. 8 HP. Wooms is on the run, looking for the health back to try and keep himself in, but makes it back to their team and tries out onto Legend. Invisible boundary comes out from Lapsus to try and keep the team topped up. Apex Predator from Sapphire.
Is it Tritium? Appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. How you doing?
A lot of work here, but the portal comes in for Kizaru, meaning PULSAR are back as 6, but losing 2 immediately.
I mean, Hatro gets the God of Mischief copy onto Invisible Boundary. Ultra Esports didn't have all of their players diminished from the portal regroup, and they should be able to stabilize.
Team Captain is a tank player? I thought he was a Wolverine player.
Exo deals with Tree Man, so no Angela, no opportunity to stall on the point.
Isn't his specialty character Wolverine?
To hold their ground, something that Ultra Esports will just take angles against and pick apart. And they are going to be able to clean up the first
it was not
round
Venom. I swear it was Wolverine.
Taking us now to Celestial Vault.
Nice start by Ultra. PULSAR were able to flip it back at least a little bit part way, and I do want to continue to draw attention to Tree Man. They're creating a lot of space for their team, but Ultra are able to capitalize more.
Okay, makes sense. He used to be a wolf player.
Quite a few eliminations just by themselves, taking advantage of the fact that PULSAR Esports are having to play
that's crazy.
Monarch, looking for those a
DPS player that's really good on Wolverine was like, yeah, you know what, I'll play tanks.
The front line every time they step up means Team Captain has full freedom to just pressure that back line, and there's not really much PULSAR can really do about it.
I mean, Ultra Esports also have more range, right? So when the Captain America goes in, 2 duelists can capitalize off of the space created. PULSAR Esports, on the other hand, Sapatic can take advantage of the distraction that Tree Man is giving. Chabagoop has to play more reactive when Ultra Esports close up the distance with the Captain America.
I'm old.
Team Captain's doing a very good job of getting in, then getting out, without the Wolverine getting the opportunity to do that. As we're actually going to see Tree Man off of the Angela this time and onto the Magneto. Kizaru instead goes to the Venom, as, yeah, at this point, really, really good for Venom stall. You will see him just continue to run up that tree route, and
you gotta stretch, bro. Stretching is low-key overrated. Stretching is so good for you. Emily stretches me every night. Emily does yoga with me every night.
They can pile the pressure on Kizaru and Freeman, both dropped low, but healed back up. Good positioning by PULSAR right now, making the most of this.
I'm not lying, chat. You guys should definitely do yoga or some type of stretching, man.
Has to back up.
Stretching is actually, if it's really good. Even if you're even if you're really into the gym like I am, like, getting stronger is one thing, but having flexibility as well as getting stronger, very good.
Once again, going to be blocked by that regeneration domain, but it's enough to lock down Kizaru. But there's Hadro taken down. Whoops falls as well as PULSAR. They sustain through the push in of Alter Esports and flip it beautifully.
Yeah, Exo gets the invisible boundary bolt up from the space that Team Captain buys with the Freedom Charge. Sapatic catches players from Alter Esports before they can get inside it, though. So they'll be able to win out that fight and now claim control of all of this space,
I heard, I'm not really the type of person to do this, but I heard boxing is actually really good. And when I mean boxing, I mean not like actual fighting, but actually like punching like someone's hands or like a punching bag. It's actually really good cardio. Really good cardio.
Early Feast of the Abyss forces out the regeneration domain coming on from Hatro. He's okay parting with that cooldown. He does have the God of Mischief ready to walk Alter Esports forward. The problem is he only gets an invisible woman to copy, and now you have to go into the Apex Predator.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Rem coming on in from Z-Cube, looking for a defensive lead, but the team is already able to escape, so just sends it, grabs the Legend. Whoop's able to get the pickup there. Ultama Goon finished off as well.
Oh, he still was able to get someone.
To hold this fight back. They do lose Hatro, but numbers are very heavily in their favor. Right now, it's all delay. Kizaru doing exactly what you're saying, going for a lovely jog, trying to just delay as long as
I didn't really play a lot of Resource Rumble, so now.
Portal comes back in to keep it going. 60% has been gathered as PULSAR keep it going. Finally, the point's going to be flipped, and I think that's probably going to be the end of the Portal re-engage.
That could have been absolutely wild. Like, if they'd been able to get lapses through the portal with regeneration domain and build up God of Mischief, you're looking at least 10, maybe 20% more point percentage stall on the side of PULSAR Esports, and a lot of ultimates burned from Alter just to guarantee that they find the flip. They at least get to hold on to those ultimates, as to the Shabagoop get to hold on to Team Captain. Wonderful grab coming on through from the Feral Grab, but bubbled by Z-Cube with the Bulwark, so it instead turns onto Sapatic instead. Elsa from the distance,
I don't know how I feel about this
lose
skin.
out to the Namor.
Namor with that range and with the counter dive is having a lovely time right now. We're seeing it creeping into games every now and again. It's not perfect for every matchup, but when it works, it's working beautifully. And Monarch once again showing just how versatile they are as a player for Alter Esports. Here comes the Legend. It's going to be pulling the trigger first with the Eternal Bond, with Invisible Boundary for Exo. Monarch looks for an ultimate, but is actually going to get stunned.
No, I use the best skins for each character, especially Namor.
From Hatro with the God of Mischief, keeping that chain together. Labs is going to drop theirs a little bit later, and just in time to keep Treeman and Kizaru.
Why did Monarch not save his Namor ult for the Cloak and Dagger? It's so easy to hit the Cloak and Dagger at the end of the ult, and then like if your team focuses as well, you can kill her. That doesn't make any sense.
For as long as they can.
Regeneration domain, since Alter Esports are still in control at this point, that sets up yet again for Team Captain to throw himself onto the objective and stall it for just a little bit more. 82% picked up, so within final fight territory if Alter Esports are able to complete a flip now. PULSAR Esports are going to hold a little bit closer, making sure that they catch out Team Captain's wraparound, so no opportunity for the Venom to draw out the attention by threatening
No, I don't agree with that, bro. Even if you try to kill the other Elsa, you kill their Cloak and Dagger ult while your Cloak and Dagger ult is going out. Oh, they didn't have one. While your support ult, I think it's better.
Punishing Kizaru as they move onto the backline. The power of the Namor just piling damage on the second you try to step too close. And now it's all about Alter taking the most of the advantage they have. They've got momentum, they've got speed, and they know their opponents do not have Portal. So it's all about cleaning them off the board, get the flip up to 84%. PULSAR, they've got to reach the point, and as such, Kizaru on that Venom and Treeman moving over to the Angela. Speed is now of the essence.
Yeah, especially when it comes to trying to cut Alter Esports before Exo can build Invisible Boundary. I mean, if you're Sapatic, you might just use Apex Predator now to guarantee you can find the eliminations on a far overextended team captain.
Oh, that is so brutal. Solo ulting team captain. He's going to switch to Strange at least.
Sustainability. It's traded though, Kizaru also falls on the side of PULSAR Esports, and now we have
Z-Cube has a hit of battle. Z-Cube has a... Oh, blocked by Tree Man's Angela!
And this is Alter Esports leading the charge in terms of damage potential. Lapsus has the sustainability
exactly, Tommy.
I agree. Bond, and PULSAR Esports might look to stabilize
a lot of these games have been a lot closer. Oh, that was a... that's what I meant, chat. Use your whale for the cloak and dagger, but that was a really bad whale.
Brilliant, sets up the elimination onto Z-Cube, and Alter Esports are stalled out of utilizing their ultimates with the amount of stuns coming
C9.
Overtime is ticking down. There's not much left of the reinforcement as the defenses are going down. The boundary is buying it, but team captain is melted through, and PULSAR hold the point.
Oh, yeah, today is much better. We're going to another round 3.
PULSAR not going down.
Well, not match 3, but round 3 in
This might be where we see that group ban fully come into play against the side of PULSAR Esports. Because this is the map where you get to see so much bunker as opposed to the dive, since there is just so much focus in being able to hold your position inside those small rooms with ceilings. So I think, like, team captain, he can stick with the Captain America and go for a Brawlia style. The Venom is going to have a little bit of a harder time being able to get cleanly in
and out.
How are the
matches doing? Does it look competitive? Yes.
Continue running.
How you doing? How you doing?
The Invisible
hey, Gen G,
and the
W.
all of which takes chunks out
I wish
of
I could watch.
Hide, which is why Kizaru is going to be playing the Emma.
I wish I could watch APAC, but I can't, man. It's too early for me. Hope you're doing well. EU matches are looking pretty competitive. Wait, isn't it very early for you or very late?
Also good to adjust though. Team
if you are
looking at the Magneto, and we're back on Benjamin Grimm. The Thing has returned to try and just make El Chapagoob's day bad.
Yeah, Wolverine can't grab a rock. And that's what Z-Cube is looking to be in terms of presence for his team. You are going to be absolute battery charge for Sapatic on the Elsa, though. As we're seeing, Whip's actually prioritizing taking the high ground.
Cool, man.
We
have Gen G in here. Yesterday, we also had Citadel. We also had Swamp Gaming. We also had Nightmare. Yeah, that's awesome.
Takes them down. Z-Cube burst off the board. And Alter.
Listen, you and me both. Lacus
are starting to bring out the group.
You and me both. I've been doing like 6-hour nights. I mean, 6 hours is not that bad, but I can't function on 6 hours. But we've been doing 14-hour stream days.
The power of flanking them more as they continue to go for squid bombs, blowing everyone up on the point.
Yeah, but PULSAR got the flip.
Also re-engage.
PULSAR got the cap despite losing their Loki, although they're currently down their Loki, who was closer to a strategist ultimate, which is why Alter Esports are continuing to push aggressively through. Horn approaches to try and catch the disengagement, but Treeman gets to hold the space for the rest of his team with the Meteor M pushing them back into the recontest before Alter Esports can complete the flip.
Hey.
Comes on out,
if you do work for Gen G, hopefully you guys do make it to LAN for one of these mid-season or grand finals, and we hope we can all, and hopefully they invite content creators. We all can see each other.
This beautifully. Their defense is doing huge work, and Alter forced off the board. They are starting to get these ultimates built up. They have their own Apex Predators. They have Straggling Prison, and they're halfway towards a horde of Proteus, but they can't break through the initial setup. The Emma and the Magneto are creating too much space, and if they get too far forward, Wolverine's picking them up.
Not just that, Sonic Seduction, PULSAR Esports start off the fight instantly, stopping Alter Esports from being able to walk, since this now allows El Chabagoob to build up Last Stand to interfere with Exo's invisible boundary. This is a very rough walk commitment on the side of Alter Esports, who have to rely on Apex.
Oh, that's big, that's big, that's big. Oh, that's big. Alter needs to go, bro. 75% already. You gotta go.
Too much incoming damage, and the rest of the players are forced to kite out instead.
Pressure onto the point. Wolverine takes to the sky. Where'd he go? Gonna be forced into the air, but is taken down on the way down. Kizaru falls as well, and Ulta finally get the flip. But on 88%, PULSAR have all the time in the world to try and reclaim this. But they've got to be careful on this approach. Strangling Present Order Proteus at the ready, and all they currently have is Last Stand. This is all about PULSAR just trying to poke on in and build up Ulta.
Gotcha.
Yo, Heavenly, appreciate the massive 5 months, my friend. How you doing?
Yeah, they're taking away the angle development. Ultra Esports with the Namor need the angles developed for the duelists to find space to get to do anything, but their attention is split because of Kizaru on that Venom pulling everyone back.
USA
and
or North America starts at 5-ish?
Meanwhile, is closing up the distance, looking for a grab onto Team Captain, who does get hit by the Feral Grab, but does manage to self-sustain with both the healing as well as that bulwark. And Whoops has been able to deal with Kizaru, who back cap attempt, tried, failed, back onto the Emma we go.
Yes, I am streaming. I stream all NA and EMEA games.
Like I said, back onto the Emma just to make sure they can keep some lockdown going, and of course build a lot of charge on those group walls to potentially punish that free, the Flora Colossus. A Sabotic that's for the opening. Here comes the God of Mischief into the Eternal Bond for the setup. PULSAR have chosen their opportunity to try and make something happen here. Invisible Boundary comes on out. Meteor M won't find a target, but Apex Predator will, forcing them all the way to the edge.
Nah, bro. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. That ult is a little... No, wow, dude. Wow.
Ultra Esports might be forced to portal because that's going to be a flip on 88%, and Team Captain's pulling the trigger. It's time for the portal.
It's time for the portal, but unfortunately they just lost the Hatro, so they're going to have to wait for the respawn time of the Loki if they even afforded it. No, overtime's about to hit. They have to go through, missing a member directly into the Last Stand. Chabagoop comes on through with the pin. Without the Loki, you don't have the regeneration domain, so you're down. You're set.
This is a really close game. Yeah, this is really close. Both of these teams are very evenly matched. Great hit by Tree Man too.
Attempted to turn the fight, but it's just not enough.
Ultra Esports, bro. You guys had the copy. You guys had the Groot ult.
That looks like from the first point that Ultra might have had PULSAR Esports game, but the flip in those last 2 rounds was beautifully done. We saw a little bit of struggle, like you said, that swap onto the Venom, trying to just prevent
Chat.
being grouped up for the angles while putting
it doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely punished by Whoops.
Heavenly, appreciate the massive 5 month stuff.
Of that final
it doesn't make
and then
any
being
sense.
able to hold through the portal. Now Chabagoop making that Wolverine so worth it. Able to just pick up ZQ, preventing any straggling presence, which means Monarch just had to blindly horn, and the Whale found nothing. Rough one for Ultra Esports, but PULSAR, an incredible showcase of how to deal with stressful situations.
Yeah, and I mean, Ultra Esports, maybe if they'd won first fight on that last round, it would have been a different story, because, like, they ran into the same problem that players trying to run Hulk Namor.
Do you know if there's
replay
codes in the
Monster team up in play?
I'm pretty sure what they are doing is that you could go look at the previous games in the in-game client, and you could also spectate anyone you want. I'm pretty sure. Actually,
was so good.
Let's go try that. Well, there's a new break. Let's go. I actually want to see it myself.
Namor was able to get any of the damage that Ultra Esports were looking for.
First time seeing Team Captain losing. They lost yesterday.
50,000 healing that he was able to output, and like you could sort of see like Monarch and Whoops were able to output a lot of the damage, and El Chabagoop couldn't keep up as much, but it felt like just having that melee character of Chabagoop, certainly for those last 2 points to create that space.
When they go on break, I actually want to see this thing.
You can just like leap in and take those fights. It did occur to me that Ultra Esports haven't played any like melee characters like the Daredevil and stuff. The closest thing that they got to, I think, was like Psylocke in that first domination.
Also, I'm surprised a lot of people aren't playing Psylocke. Psylocke, I feel like, is
a little bit more known for.
Very broken. Some people play Psylocke.
Ultra Esports to go to a map. It was Museum of Contemplation last time, but after you see El Chabagoop happy to play the Wolverine and the Daredevil, you might want to reconsider. It's hard to know. We'll
What's up, Zulus? Yeets MVP. Appreciate the massive 3 months, my friend. How you doing? How you doing?
After a quick break.
Okay, I want to see this real quick. While they're going on a break, chat, they're on a 2-minute break, 3-minute break. Uh-oh. My thing just break? Okay, they're on a little break. Before I have 2 minutes to try something. I want to go look at something real quick. Dave, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. How you doing? How you doing? think we could do this within a few minutes.
Protect your bald king.
And Mr. Belly Button. Appreciate the massive Prime sub for 7 months. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, I want to see this. Okay, so if you want to, let's just say hypothetically. Oh, look at the esports tab. That's pretty cool. So let's just say hypothetically, I don't want to watch this right now. Let's just say, wow, I really like the Navi game. You could click on replay. It shows you all 3 games that you could pick on. Right, did you guys see that? You go over here, you click on, let's say, Navi, click here. You could say, let's say, I want to watch this game. Click here. It shows you all of the stats and all of, oh my god. This is the game where Frost Mountain popped the fuck off on Human Torch, and then you could just watch the replay. You could literally just watch the replay right there. And you could see whoever's perspective you want to see, all this stuff, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can see everyone's perspective.
Angela,
and I'm pretty sure, so you can do that, and I'm pretty sure as well, if you guys like someone or become a fan, you guys can be like, wow, I'm a big fan of, let's say, Fate. He's a Jeff player, bang, and then you can see all his stats. His healing per 10, his total healing, his damage per 10, his total damage, final hits, assists, casualties, KOs, accuracy. You can see his most played characters, his win rate on all these characters, how many matches he's played with them. You can see his recent, does it show his recent matches? Oh, it doesn't show his recent matches though. I think they need to fix that. So, pretty interesting, chat. Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Yeah. You can copy reticle and mouse settings. Wait, can you actually? I didn't even see that.
We are going to Jalia. It's kind of what we sort of said of like, if Ultra Esports want to go Museum of Contemplation, you're just giving Chabagoo like the reins on playing Wolverine starting on that first point. Ultra Esports decided to go to not only a different map, but a different game mode with Convergence. But
okay, cool. We're caught up.
So Ultra Esports also choosing to defend first. So PULSAR need to be the ones to keep that momentum going in their favor, Tetcher. And I think
mouse settings were there. That's crazy.
Considering that both teams lost domination.
The reticle one is bugged though. It shows the default one for everyone.
Yeah, the fact that you did take a round is going to be good news. Obviously, you'd prefer a map win, but also are still showing a lot of strength here. And now they're on their map choice, their side choice, choosing to start on defense. And you got to talk about like this our big fears when it comes to Convergence, because we haven't seen it that much. The versatility of some of these lockdown compositions, the potential of triple strategist flyers, the potential of revives, just so many options. But playing on this map, you have potentially a couple more options. There's a little bit less verticality than, say, for example, a Central Park, so you don't have to worry as much about flyers, but they're obviously still a threat. There's a couple less places for Adam to hide, but he can fly now, so he still has.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, chat. It's a pretty cool thing loading in and doing and seeing all that.
Some of the other options, so I don't hate it.
I mean, it's also a way of avoiding the Wolverine being like the name of the composition without having to burn a ban draft on it. Because like we were talking in the break, right? You can ban out Chabagoob's Daredevil. You absolutely cannot burn a second ban on his dealer's lineup by taking out the Wolverine. Just take them to a map where Wolverine will struggle when we go into the second and third parts of the map and you're defending, and you can lengthen out the distance and pick him off before he can pick you up.
White Wolf. It would be entertaining though to see
White
Magic actually come out as the
White Wolf, White Fox, Black Cat, Black Fox.
The Iron Fist too.
There's the Iron Fist, and Iron
Whatever.
Fist has got some good elements of verticality, getting around the map as well, like attacking on Jalia. You never realistically know. But I think the hard thing here for PULSAR is like for Ultra Esports, I had a quick look through their MRC run to qualify for this event. We didn't see Jalia once. It was a lot of like Museum of Contemplation, a lot of domination maps, a lot of convoy full stop. So Ultra Esports pulling something out that they've probably been cooking in the meantime, and a tough map. It is really like a new team mechanics coordination.
I don't understand what this guy is saying.
Because Moxie, if you're no good on it,
we had a conversation 3 hours ago about
and I mean,
PCs
if you're
and
okay on it, you get through first point,
and then
you get held on second for
said,
4 minutes plus.
Seriously, your chat is cool, but
it
F
is one
you.
of those just like rules of the universe,
for
rules
not
of
working
Marvel
hard
Rivals
or wanting to
universes.
use my Xbox
At least as we get ready to go into that band draft, I am sure we're going to be seeing a very big focus around Chabo Goop's hero pool, since PULSAR Esports ban out the Gambit first and then instantly save the Daredevil. So, you know, we were talking about, hey, Wolverine is really bad on this map. Daredevil's great on this map. PULSAR Esports are going to be feeling incredibly happy.
Being able to scout your opponents out, being able to dive the chase onto the backlines. People like to retreat either into that central building or down the ramp off to the left on the main objective.
So I think we hurt someone's feelings, chat.
Fantastic for PULSAR. They don't even have to commit to it. We've talked about it. There are other dive options as well. Brian mentions the Magic. This is actually one of the first maps we really saw Magic start to come in from Virtus Pro in a previous MRC when it decided to run a Magic.
He's a sniper. He'll find you.
Anyways,
there's 4 bans.
In this case, the Daredevil gives them a lot more options, and more importantly, gives them information.
Did I miss something?
Speaking about options,
a guy on console's mad that he can't use his keyboard and mouse to get aim assist.
Do we go for the Mantis
what's it called? Zimming.
Out a triple strategist look, since it is convergence,
and
I'm
complains that he bought a $900 console and he can't afford a $1,000 computer though.
Cover for the Flyers to be able to
that's like the TLDR of it.
And given the fact that Alter Esports see, okay, it was a ban onto the Jeff, which depowers the Venom dive, they might be leaning towards that triple strategist line, especially since we have the Elsa early save coming through from their team. So not only would you be able to get a triple strategist line, you'd also be able to give that Elsa Bloodstone 12% damage boost.
Immediate panic ban coming in from PULSAR. They take out the Loki. You see that Mantis? The Loki could be on the board for just
I think I'm going to take that guy's approach to video games. I think I am really mad at Marvel Rivals for not allowing me to have aimbot and wall hacks.
A little bit of a
I'm still playing the game. I'm still showing support to the game. Just let me cheat. It doesn't make any sense.
But now they could potentially get their hands on the Loki themselves, because while ULSA have been able to get themselves a Mantis protection-wise, they haven't banned it either. So now
J3's Rage Hack arc is coming, chat.
Deal with that Loki combo. Do they ban Adam to prevent revives? What direction do you want to take this? They're looking at Cloak and Dagger. They don't want to deal with the sustain, and they will be taking that away.
I mean, honestly, getting Loki for a ban draft on Hall of Jalia is a huge win. This is one of his best maps. If you manage to take one fight on second, you have so much range to be able to just rain absolute fire against the attacking side walking out of spawn, to the point that we get to see a lot of like Helen, Name, or Phoenix as well getting played on this map for a very similar reason. And given that Sapatic was banned out of the Elsa Bloodstone, he turns instead to the next hyper carry duelist, which is going to be able to keep up with the range Hall of Jalia plays to, given the fact that Phoenix's fall off was adjusted.
There was a time when I did,
you know what, we saw the Mantis make
content
it through, and yet again, we talked about
Overwatch,
it. We said that there was a chance.
in the custom lobbies,
Mantis, but it's not
and
we
made a code in the custom lobbies to give someone like aimbot and wall hacks. And I remember we did, can one bronze with aimbot and wall hacks, can one bronze cheater beat 5 top 500 players? And I remember a lot of the YouTube comment section was mad at me because I let someone cheat in a video game when I said that the guy wasn't cheating, it was in custom games. But someone, they don't listen to that, and they were like, J3, you're a piece of shit for promoting cheats. And I'm like,
onto your opponents for the entire duration, you can get a quick blow up, especially with Inspire.
Yeah, and now you get to have 2 separate drones as well, so you can give one to your Angela, one to your Venom, and literally just assign one.
Who's your favorite animated Lord icon out of the DPS? Ooh,
Venom
Elsa.
guards main, and you all communicate to where PULSAR Esports are going to be rotating from. Although Shabagoop will have the drop on Alter Esports.
I wish I could do all that stuff with you guys in Marvel, bro. I have so many great ideas to especially from Overwatch, that I wish Marvel Rivals would just come out with custom settings so I could do custom games with you guys. Like, can one top 500 beat 6 bronze players or something? But I can't do that because it just doesn't work. I want to be able to buff stats and stuff.
Gonna get zoned back, forced off the board. They've lost their main damage output.
Young ears listening, by the way.
Do quite a chunk themselves as well as that Angela and the Venom. But for now,
I love homework and doing my schoolwork.
Try and let Elsa make their way back into the fight so that you can re-engage together. And that's going to be Angela trying to put some pressure onto the Invisible Woman in the backline as PULSAR already building up towards that third tick. Team captain diving onto the point, gets deleted immediately there. Beautiful follow-up from PULSAR, and with that, Ulsa are forced off the point, and they already lose that first objective.
It's a brilliant first fight coming up from PULSAR Esports. They see that the strategist line is going to be too defensively favored. They're not going to be able to find eliminations in time. What they see instead is
I want Alter Esports to win this round, chat. I want to see a map 3. We have been seeing a lot of match 3s. I want to see a match 3.
Strategist ultimates to try to play a recontest with once they break away from Garage, and PULSAR Esports are free to pick up the first checkpoint and free to move into second as team captain is going to swap onto the
if you do use mouse and keyboard on console, you can't get banned. That's called zimming.
Things like the Angela dive.
You cannot do that.
But while they're trying to go for a little bit of anti-dive, trying to go for a little bit of pressure on the backline themselves, their backline is just getting cleaned up. El Chabagu finally falls.
There are no finals. So we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday tournament. Next weekend, we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then there are going to be playoffs for the preseason.
And they've still got 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Rage of Ultron 2 is available for Hatro, but that should be absorbed right away by Kazara with the Meteor M, allowing both Celestians and Sotilas to hold their ultimates as we get the Star-Lord swap from Sapatic. They've spotted that it's an Ultron, and they want to use the Star-Lord and the Angela to put the pressure onto it so that Alter Esports can't survive.
It's weird that they don't put mouse and keyboard players in lobbies with other mouse and keyboard players. Yeah, they do with PC, but
go for the dive first. Z-Cube hits the backline with
that's like a very newish thing. Like even Overwatch just started doing that relatively new lately. If you plug in a mouse and keyboard on console, you get put into the PC lobbies, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole back end of like technical stuff that you have to do and coding and all that stuff. Can't imagine how complicated it is. Oh, we are seeing a little bit of Thor though. What's up?
And this is Ulta in a great position right now. They're staggering, they're capitalizing, and they're keeping PULSAR off that point. They've burned through their first minute already.
100 Thieves is not out of the bracket, chat. I think the top 4 teams from each bracket move on.
First minute burn through. Let's see if they can complete the full 3 minutes that we talked about to see if it really is the role of the Marvel Rivals universe. Whoops just taking chunks out of PULSAR Esports as they walk up. As PULSAR Esports, they're poking, they're prodding, they're building up a bank of 6 ultimates to commit forward. There's the Rage of Ultron, absorbed partly by the Meteor, and right on top of Monarch Soul Resurgence. Alter Esports in the blink of an eye lose 2 strategist ults, and PULSAR Esports finally gain the space they were looking for.
PULSAR not really taking low KO fights. They just seem to be getting fights where they either take out everyone or almost.
Do you think Gambit gets too much credit? What do you mean too much credit?
They're now moving forward with 2 people on the one person.
Gambit is a character that has strong healing and damage, can anti-heal you, has chain healing. Oh, what a shot to cancel the Glortrox! And on top of that, Gambit's ult is charged really fast. You can use a Loki to also do it as well. You are buffing everyone's movement speed, jump speed, healing over time, and also damage done. So and he can cleanse. I think he's I don't think he's getting too much credit. I think he's getting enough credit.
All the while Sapatic is holding the ultimate Thatcher. The moment Alter Esports
also, I just noticed something. Alter Esports is running the Ultron. I think Ultron is a character that a lot of people are sleeping on.
Back onto the point, has feasted the abyss, but right now it's just making sure that they can keep bodies on the board and pressure that back.
Why do casters have to call all of the abilities by their in-game names? Because that shows professionalism.
Great job of marking Sapatik, but just can't seem to get the finishing blows. Kizaru is taken down as Ulta are stabilizing here and keeping that pressure onto the board. Sapatik takes some damage once again from Hatro, but trades out beautifully using the Daredevil as cover.
Oh, they got Hatro, which means no Rage of Ultron. Ensong hits both of the
nice
backline,
dodge.
forcing
Nice
Ultra
dodge.
Esports strategists out of the fight, which means the Z-Cube is going to be incredibly vulnerable. Has to try to back up to get fully healed from his team, and so Legend will be able to have the invisible boundary to react once Hatro respawns and comes back through with the Rage of Ultron to open the fight for the defense.
Feather comes on in, invisible boundary forced out with Rage of Ultron. Not going to be able to find much in the boundary due to the amount of healing output it will get here. The Legend playing the low ground, Guardian Barrier, making sure that their people on the high ground are healed up. Treeman dropped low though, Whoops with the chase once again, continues to duel. Media M comes on out, but there's going to be very few people to follow up on it. Only Z-Cube is taken down, God of Thunder to keep this push going, and that's going to force PULSAR to back up and regroup with only 12 seconds remaining. They're out of time. Someone's going to have to dive this.
Invisible boundary comes on through from Lapsus.
Another fat ult. Oh my god. The one thing I really don't like about that ult is that how you can double dash around corners and like the Glortrox follows you around the corners and everything. Bro, I think they need to change that, man. If you summon the Glortrox from point A and you recall it right here. Okay, let me show you something. I'm going to show you guys. They call me a legend, right? Ready for my art. If you were right here, wait. If you summon your ult from right here and Glortrox goes this way and then you recall it, it should not be able to like curve with you if you run over here. You know what I'm saying? What should happen is if you were right here and you summon your ult and your ult goes this way and then you recall your ult from right here, your ult should go back to exactly where you summoned it. That's where it should go. If you summon your ult, if you summon your ult right here, it's going forward, and then you run all the way over here, your ult should not follow that trail. It shouldn't.
Doing such a good job as well of just going into that backline and preventing PULSAR Esports making plays. Like PULSAR Esports,
Bob is something completely different. Bob is different. Bob runs forward, stops. That's not what I'm saying.
And knows exactly where everyone from Ultra Esports is playing. Therefore, they should be faster.
What I'm saying is from wherever you summon the ult and you recall it, it goes back exactly to the point that you recalled
the rest of Ultra Esports team so much more space, and their backline the ability to know when the Daredevil's committing, and having that knowledge, being able to kite the dive and survive.
Dive is so important in this current patch, being able to avoid getting picked off early. The portals still being as important as they ever have been. You don't want to burn them early just because someone gets caught out and taken out quickly. Thor up to the high ground. Ultra Esports looking for their first opening.
People get eliminated in preseason. Yes, there's a playoff. There's a playoff there's a preseason playoff.
Punish anyone who steps through those open doorways.
Also, I think this is a lot of the seeding to do with the league in general as well.
That Ultra tried to break through, but PULSAR not giving them a single inch here, have been able to take down Team Captain and force a little bit of a soft reset.
Yeah, Sapatik's a real problem on the Phoenix at the moment with the amount of reach that he has. Hatro's trying to challenge it, but you have to be very, very careful, especially since Chabagoob is just waiting for that finish to draw attention, close up the distance, and be even more of a problem for Ultra Esports.
I don't think the preseason is going to have a LAN.
Real engagement option,
for the mid-season and grand finals, I have no idea where they're going to be.
Lapsus is actually keeping.
Did they announce that actually, chat?
Right now.
I don't think they announced that.
Thrown onto Z-Cube so they can keep that sustain going. A very aggressive over the Groot wall engaged from Woods, putting themselves in so much danger for the capitalization, and they almost
yes, I'm going to be watch partying all the Marvel Rivals Ignite games. Yes.
Strategists have arrived to keep them healed so they can push in for that backline. Lapsus is dropped low, able to get away, but it's going to be the Magneto who will fall. Kizaru going to be forced to portal back in, and Treeman may have to join them as they're taken down again. Dive counter coming back in as the invisible boundary Boundary from Lapsus to keep that sustain going and give time for the reinforce. This will allow PULSAR to hold, but Ultra are just able to back away calmly. They've still got 2 minutes.
I mean, they still got Rage of Ultron. Hatro didn't use his ultimate to force it out. Instead, PULSAR had to commit it to be able to hold the point long enough for the portal. So Ultra Esports disengage the invisible boundary, come back with Rage of Ultron, and pick up 2 eliminations. Ensong does claim Z-Cube, but is it enough for PULSAR Esports? It cost them the invisible boundary.
Hey, this is what we want to see, chat. This is what we want to see. We want to see Ultra Esports win this so we could go to a match,
and now head
match
into
3.
second. PULSAR Esports, these both strategist ults in that fight as well, Tetcher. So snowball momentum fully on Ultra Esports side.
Freeman with that group was trying to delay, was trying to block out as Ultra were able to re-engage after that portal came in. But unfortunately, we found out what the biggest counter to our wall is, and it's going over it. Rage of Ultra just able to siege in from above.
Yes.
Break open that hold.
The PULSAR bans are actually really good. They banned Gambit, they banned Elsa, and they also banned Tank Deadpool. And those bans are really good.
But they lose Daredevil and
Ultra Esports still is able to have their, they don't have Tank Deadpool or Gambit, but they still have their Elsa. And Elsa's broken.
Tried to let the devil out, and Team Captain packed it back into the box with Heaven's Retribution. Just putting him in his place. Ultra Esports, like, they still have invisible boundary. They didn't have to use it because, like we said, the Daredevil was forced back. This is literally just honestly finishing off the fight at this point. Hatro clears up Tree Man. Ultra Esports have that invisible boundary if they want to go aggressive. You're just dealing with the regeneration domain before you decide to walk forward and make a play with the one-sided Mantis and the Venom occupying PULSAR Esports whole back line.
Venom Force is one of their main disengaged tools as they get caught out by the Angela. Beast from the Abyss going to come in. They will get some bonus health, but now they don't have the swing. Taken down. Kizaru burst off the point by Woops, who's just about to get an Apex Predator.
They win. He has the Apex Predator, chat.
To expire. If they step up, they're in danger, but the finish line is there. They have to commit. Rage of Ultron into the backline. Venom for the zone. Takes one. Boundary. Apex Predator.
Yeah, no, that's GG's.
Them off the point to send them all the way back.
That's GG's, chat. That's GG's.
Second reinforces. Tree Man comes in on the strange ESI of Okamoto, but can't drop the shield because the damage is too much. And PULSAR are zoned off the point, taken down one by Ultra Esports.
Damn, the tracking though, good. Hey, we are going to a map 3, bro.
Cleanly sweep.
I do think PULSAR lost on the ban phase though.
Honestly, such a steamroll.
PULSAR did lose on the ban phase, and I think I'm saying this right now, chat. The Ultron, we're seeing some more Ultron gameplay.
With the Mantis and the Ultron. Like I said, Woops might be picking up the MVP. No surprises. It's also Bloodstone.
We're seeing a lot more. We're seeing a lot more Ultron, bro.
Like the unsung hero truly is Z-Cube. That Venom going
VP
in,
plays after this.
The space for the team only going down a sum total of 4 times as well. Really allowed
29-2.
Keep the newest player to the team as well, joining right as they qualify for Ignite and showing
29-2.
Doing so much work. The pressure on the backline was great.
You can't
being able to adjust onto an Ultron.
The only thing I think you can't run Ultron in 2 support team comp though. You have to run him in a triple support team comp, and on top of that, if Mantis is open, Mantis is really good.
In the Marvel Rivals Ignite, he's played Vanguard Deadpool, he's played Strategist Mantis, and he's played regular Duelists as well.
Especially if you have a Mantis damage boosting your Elsa. Can you imagine that? You have an Elsa and you're getting damage boosted, and you have probably a drone on you pocketing you.
So far, so good, I think, for like PULSAR and Ultra Esports. 3 back-to-back best of 3s. It's a good showing, I think. But it's also
who won?
Like,
it's tied right now. It is 1-1 Ultra Esports
I really
and
like the Ultra Esports like stuck to their guns.
PULSAR
like,
Esports.
They started off on like triple strategist, sort of pivoted over.
I don't think they were not bailed out by triple support. They actually had a really good ban phase.
But also like it could be easy to just panic and start to switch around a lot more. You've got Team Captain that was fall for a little bit, but then as soon as he changed over to Angela, did a lot when it came to like closing out that distance. A good choice of map, I think, to make sure that El Chabagoop couldn't get much.
I don't think we've seen Blade gameplay. Yeah.
It's now the choice of PULSAR to go to the 3rd and final map, which is going to be Convoy. It was Arako last time, so I would imagine it'd be more of the same, right? Just
yeah.
real
I don't think
if they want to get Chabagoop his worth, his weight in gold. Any Convoy map is going to be good for him.
Except midterm, probably. I would imagine. Like, Spider Islands is probably your
1-1 right now,
best
chat.
bet
1-1. So if they start to ban Mantis, one of the they're not going to ban Mantis, chat. You can't ban Mantis because if you ban Mantis, then you're leaving out so many other characters.
We'll see if that's going to be confirmed or not after this break. It's going to be finishing over on Spider Islands in this series, and PULSAR Esports, I think, are choosing to attack first. Tetra, we've seen not a huge amount of Spider Islands. I feel like we've seen more recently as previous to, like, say, Ignite Stage 2, where a lot of teams avoided it. Like,
my God, sorry, chat.
This is just all hands. This is just brawling a lot of the time, and considering that these, like, less experienced teams from MRC going into Ignite, overtime fights and not being clinical on them.
I'm back from getting popcorn. Oh, that's something I should get.
Used to see Spider Islands basically.
What's your favorite popcorn? There's only two correct answers: white cheddar popcorn from like that Smart Food, and also kettle corn.
But it's just not played like that as much anymore. Like, it's there, as Moxie was saying earlier, there's so many angles to dive on this map. There's opportunities to go for those
kettle
what now? Different beast to what it used to be.
Kettle popcorn.
I think one thing
is the best popcorn.
You, Moxie, really is like triple strategist was used, kind of like Tetra was saying. Does it feel like PULSAR need to look a little bit more at like the Mantis being allowed through?
I mean, the Mantis was a problem, the Ultron was a problem as well, and Spider Islands having a lot of verticality, pretty good for Ultron to be able to hide amongst those rooftops. I would
Chicago mix is the right choice.
A safety precaution to include a Mantis ban.
Hot take: nothing from Chicago is a great choice. I said it. Like, not even Chicago pizza. New York style is better.
Goob's hero pool, because like they went for the save onto Daredevil that should have been their win condition on Jalia. Was it a case of they dealt with it really well because it was Hall of Jalia and it was easier to deal with the Daredevil? Now when you go to Spider Island's convoy, do you still want to leave the Daredevil open? Is it going to be one of the first bans?
Before we get into draft, real quick from both of you, whilst I sort of disappear into the ether for a little bit.
You live in Miami, dude. No hating allowed from you. Hey. I used to go visit Chicago frequently because my mom's sister used to live up there.
Like, PULSAR had a better draft in the first round and were able to adjust to what Alter had drafted, but Alter adjusted in the second series and seemed to have a bit more versatility when it comes to bringing in stuff like the Ultron.
So you're on? Yeah, I could have probably explained that so much easier, but
I think like Alter Esports, not only have they adjusted, they also have momentum with them, and that does a lot of things for teams in terms of the confidence when you're going into that last map. Yeah, exactly, the mental. As we get ready to head into our ban draft, Gambit is taken off of the table
number
for both of these teams.
3.
Esports actually
map number 3. We've been seeing a lot of great games today going to match 3. Thank God, because yesterday was very boring match 2s. Very boring match 2s. We like the game 3s, bro. We like the game 3s.
No value for Chabo.
Everything is better in 3s.
Instead, it's going to be looking more at the Elsa versus Elsa matchup between the two duelists.
Match 3.
PULSAR, they do not continue
J3
fish propaganda. They
know what I'm saying?
Ban Jeff again, at least at this stage. They go for that Vanguard Deadpool, taking that away early in the draft. Not going to risk letting it
No,
through.
I did not get my honey barbecue wings. Sounds good though.
It was a little bit of a problem last time. It was doing a lot of work. That's going to at least lessen the possibility of triple strategies. Doesn't remove it entirely, as there are other options, but it does take away at least some of the options. And an early ban away from Loki.
3 supports.
Yeah, it takes out the Ultron as well. Crucially. So we're going to get one-sided Loki on the side of Alter Esports, though. PULSAR
Does
Esports,
everything
it wasn't a save on the Jeff. The last time they debated, they went back and forth about, like, do we go for this? Do we take out the Jeff? They have the opportunity to remove the Jeff now if they think it's still going to be a problem.
Is Magic 8 Balls 3 the best number? 8 Ball says most likely.
It's not an instant. There is a lot of discussion. I think with the Loki save, it's sort of like, okay, are they really going to be playing the Jeff? Because you're not going to have Loki copying Jeff. You would have Loki trying to copy something like an Invisible Woman. And there we go. Invisible Woman is actually the target PULSAR turned to instead.
Now the final protect from PULSAR. They haven't protected anything like a Daredevil or anything like that for El Chabagoob. So
Chicago deep dish is not better.
Looks like
no.
Taken away from the board.
No.
What do you remove? With already the opponents still having options for a Mantis, they're looking at the Wolves, trying to force him down that Daredevil route, and they will take that out.
I mean, they dealt with the Daredevil, right, on the previous map. It was rough when they were dealing with the Wolverine, though, because, like I said, you could play that Wolverine not aggressively, you could play it reactively. And Z-Cube on the Venom has opened up a lot of space for Alter Esports. Whoops has been looking really, really good on the Elsa, but again, he's having a lot less contest sent his way, because Z-Cube is literally occupying the attention of 3 people all at once. So, not surprised that the Wolverine is actually taking off the field.
This is looking like a pretty interesting ban system.
Save onto Chabagoop's hero pool.
And we are going on the other Tokyo 2099 map, are we?
Doesn't find the same value and gets counted the way we saw on Jalia, he loses one of the avenues to flex over to that was problematic for Alter in the past.
Does now give PULSAR the option to go a little bit more heavier on the dive with that Venom. They didn't have Jeff taken away from them. Alter also did not have Jeff taken away from them, despite it being banned the previous 2 series.
Yeah. This is the other great Spider-Man map.
It's Jeff, unless they plan on carrying their opponents from one side of the map to the other, just in Jeff stages, and we're definitely not seeing that. So instead, we look at these defensive setups for Alter. They've got the Namor, they've got Team Captain back on the Thor to try and catch.
Wait, I just noticed something on this map. It's raining?
on the mag though, not the Venom, which means that PULSAR Esports will be able to stabilize that little team and
this
just
map was raining?
Since there is literally nothing to distract them from just pressing W. So already we're getting to see the mag gets absolutely run over, and all
I never noticed the rain
so
before.
Much map space. They're basically fighting where first checkpoint already is, just to make a play, a last stand for verticality. And
only on high graphics settings? Oh, see, I don't play the game on high graphics, chat, so
before the dive can actually commit.
Dive commit. Whoops trying to get onto Tree Man, but not push it too far. You don't want to get caught out behind one of those walls and immediately lose all access to your strategists. On Tabagoob on the flag with the symbiotic shenanigans, trying to get onto the Loki, but regeneration domain forced out immediately, and that's going to allow Hatchrow to teleport away. All those Loki escape tools available to them right now. Team Captain finds out Tabagoob, tries to track him down with the lightning domain to remove from the mobility, and succeeds in doing so. Great tracking here by Team Captain.
Yeah, dive peeled away. PULSAR Esports not going to be able to make a play now that they've lost that distraction technique.
If you play Marvel Rivals on high settings,
Monarch holding the high ground, they're going to be able to catch
you must
more eliminations
have a
of that
billion-dollar computer, or
Esports,
B, you're probably playing at NASA.
We had the Jeff. Now we're seeing Legend move over to the Invisible Woman instead. So being able to keep up with more of that pressure from the brawl that Alter Esports are trying to turn this dive tempo into.
Captain looking at the high ground, looking for Kizaru.
Or you're playing on 10 FPS, yeah.
Wrap around to the side, it's spotted very quickly. And Thor looking for the dual beautiful pickup by Monarch because they were marked fantastically. And
they killed the Cloak and Dagger while she was mid-dash and ulting. Oh my god. PULSAR is not having a good round, bro. PULSAR is not having a good round. Oh no.
That's in the more cosplaying a Hawkeye. Lapsus actually gets caught mid-Eternal Bond first dash before a healing can come on for with the Trident, and Alter Esports deny PULSAR Esports engagement with the Eternal Bond, while also allowing their strategists to hold on to their ultimates to out-sustain the attacking side. Sapatic takes to the high ground rooftops, trying to put the pressure, forcing Alter Esports to back up and allowing Treeman to close up the distance to get into position to use the Strangling Prison.
Fantastic has the glass drops available, just looking for a spot to open it. Here comes the Eternal Bond, Strangling Prison. Woots is able to disengage though, and in fact immediately re-engages onto Tabagoob, chasing them all the way back. Team Captain is essentially an enemy spawn already, running them back with the Mjolnir to get those pickups of Whoops. And the combo between Elsa and Thor is so fast at just chasing people down when they're trying to escape and just giving them a miserable time. After that first push from PULSAR Esports, where they're able to break open that first hold, Alter have not given a single inch. They've caught them every time, and we are down to our final minute with Alter still having most of their ultimates.
I mean, Legend has the invisible boundary, but Whoops has the Apex Predator, Monarch the Horn of Proteus. Beast of the Abyss forces Hatchrow's hand into parting with the regeneration domain. Apex Predator, oh my goodness, almost got displaced fully where the Gartrox was coming from.
Good. They get 2 kills.
Is able to carry the ultimate out and find the eliminations off of the back of it, picking the players outside of Hatchrow's.
They have to stall this. They have to stall this, get a TP down. Where's Z-Cube? Is Z-Cube there? He has to ult to live. Ult to live. No ult to live.
It cost them so much, and they're still not past first checkpoint yet. Monarch's on the strange.
Do they get the TP down, Chad? Do they get the TP down and touch? TP down and touch? TP down and touch? TP down and touch? They do get the TP down. They do get the touch. Oh, how many kills? 3! Oh, 4! Oh my god, chat. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. 4 kills with the Gartrox in overtime.
They don't have Portal. They don't have bodies. And Alter Esports with a miracle defense.
We might be in the season of spring, but Whoops says
this
is why. Have a nice fall. What an Apex Predator.
Everyone should. It doesn't matter if you're a support player. It doesn't matter if you're a DPS player. Every single person should know how to do a TP from spawn. Because that literally is the difference between maybe a win and a loss. Everyone should be able to do it.
and all it
Don't say, oh my god, I can't TP because I'm playing support. Oh my god, I can't TP because I have my DPS ult. No, TP. Who gives a shit? That guy literally had a DPS ult, switched off a DPS to go get the TP down, and gave his got a good TP down for his other DPS to set him up for a play. Chat, listen, put your ego aside. Who cares if you're trying to become the best DPS player on your team? Enable your other DPS. You're playing a team-based game. At the end of the day, who cares if you went 21-1 but you lost the game?
Until the checkpoint is reached.
If you played as a team and you set each other up and you win, that's what matters at the end of the game. Whether you win or you lost.
That they're up against, and they can tailor their
Who cares about your MVP
composition against it. So Monarch on
your MVP doesn't matter if you lose a game.
Just so you can uproot Treeman's group walls, and PULSAR Esports are forced to give up more and more space.
Scouting out, they do see that group, so like you said, they'll probably stick on the Punisher for the moment to melt on through, as Elchabagoob's going to be looking for that back.
Yo, what's up, Tommy? Game's looking good, man.
Engage onto Monarch might get the blow up, but if Monarch can disengage with that smoke bomb, might be able to blow him up with the shotgun.
He's been marked though.
Already coming in, he is marked. Doesn't matter, Elchabagoob just gets flicked on.
Yeah.
As flanks around to the side, looking to see if they can catch anyone out of position. Like, for example, the Legend, who will be eliminated immediately. And Alter kind of doing a mirror of PULSAR from that first round, getting so much momentum at the start.
Oh no,
damn,
these eliminations
nice play.
are split
Good shit by Team Captain.
As well. So like PULSAR Esports, they're losing players, but they're losing players at the wrong time.
He's gonna go stop the TP, chat.
Team Captain's going to try and flank around and cancel it.
Oh, is he gonna get the TP down, or is he gonna get the cancel?
Make sure that Kizaru can complete the circle.
No, he didn't get the cancel.
And PULSAR Esports have a chance of contesting this. They jump, but they've already lost Treeman, and now we have a sole vanguard against Alter Esports in full control of the space. Sapatix being pressured by Whoops in the Elsa 1v1, and in the meantime, Hatra's just quietly accumulating God of Mischief charge. The moment he hits it, Alter Esports will hit the gas and go forward with that Eternal Bomb.
Treeman returns to the fight. We see a lot of delay. Kizaru is able to hold on for at least a little bit longer. Sapatix stayed in the fight by dancing through the portal to get the healing and then make their way back onto it. But while ult charge builds up, Eternal Bond for Hatru. Ayamagamoto, beautiful Dark Force teleport to avoid the engage as Alter take down one, make it two, and push their way through. Keeping their healing onto the backline. The strategist play patty cake as all that damage comes on in. Regeneration domain to keep Exo up to make sure that Daredevil finds nothing, and now it's all about the
this might be GG's, chat. This is GG's. Wow, I'm actually really surprised Alter Esports brought this shit back.
Now Whoops finishes off the last straggler, and that is Alter taking the round
wow.
of the series. What a push.
Who won the first match?
Was problematic. The Daredevil was expected, and
was it PULSAR that won the first match?
Like Team Captain in that first fight.
No.
Marking the Daredevil's position, spearing him off the high ground and into the view.
That was a great match. That was a great match, chat.
Absolutely melted the health bar, and then you just you cause that panic, you cause that disengagement where everyone on the side of PULSAR basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PULSAR won the first match. I'm pretty sure, chat. And Alter Esports managed to reverse sweep.
Yeah, that all gets cut off by Whoops circling around the back on the Elsa Bloodstone. Hatra, by the way, MVP, rightfully so, does not go down once in both of those rounds.
Good fucking plays, bro. Good fucking plays. That was a great series, man. Great series.